I guess I'll just sit here with my hands in my pocket.
Yeah. 5.5, dude. This thing's tired.
Dude, it's peeling.
Hey, budget build, brother.
Luke's gonna try the bike with Nas.
Does Cole not like a rear brake or what? Jake said if I could start it, I could have it.
Yeah. Sick. Fire this thing up, dude.
You know, we need to feed the beast here, you know?
Whoa, dude, did we get, is that ours? Are you giving this to us?
Hey, wait. What's going on over here? Why is the lock missing? Where'd you guys get this from?
This isn't gonna drive down the road anymore. I mean, it's gonna stay here.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Checks in the mail, right?
Nice.
Maybe by the end of the vlog, we'll have a deal on the fixer.
Okay, so here's the deal. Luke's trying to buy this black FXR right here. Not mine, it's Jake's. Doesn't really ride it anymore.
Let's talk about last time it moved.
Putted it around up and down the street a couple times in the last year, but he doesn't really ride it.
I think it should go to a home where it's gonna get ridden.
Would you ride it?
I think so too. I've made him a couple great offers and he's denied my offers. But if you can make him a good enough offer and make a deal, maybe you ride away with it. All right, Juan, what are we doing today?
All right, so today we're getting into cam chest kit on this thing.
On this thing. But then I heard a little something. We were up hanging out, you guys were making coffee. I think is getting him even more excited.
I'm fired up. I mean, we can make it happen. What do you think?
Well, let's see what go through this thing.
Are we gonna?
One doggy wants to cam his twin cam.
Yeah, I've been waiting to do. Honestly, I was gonna do it like 3 weeks ago, and then the lift got taken up by the Cole's project bike, and I was like, oh, it was on the lift for a couple days, and there's just always been stuff like taking priority over it.
I've heard people on the vlog, in the comments, they've said, Juan deserves something. Juan deserves something. Cole's getting everything. Well, Cole's not here today.
What about Juan spending an hour getting coffees ready? You know what I mean? Maybe less coffee klutzing and more bike building.
Well, Luke came up.
We got lead tech Tony here.
What's up, Tony?
How you doing?
What up? Duper, what's up, dude? What'd you bring? Camera stuff?
Full camera gear for you.
What's the first things first?
Well, Tony, what do you want to do here? We probably got to get a seat off, get a gas tank off.
So this is a 2024 model bike, totally stock, no tune. You guys saw on a couple vlogs ago. We took it to the dyno. The air-fuel ratio is not good. We did put the air filter and pipe on it without a tune, and it did put down like 100 horsepower, 118 torque, that sounds about right. And Alan did say it needs a tune where it's at right now, but we were like, you know what? The damage has been done, and we're gonna do the cam, so we'll wait to tune it then.
Well, yes, let's touch base because we've got this is a 117.
Yep.
This is kind of new for everybody right now. I think industry-wide that we're doing a 24 just because the lack of tuning abilities that have been out there up to this point.
Okay.
But so we're gonna do 508 grind camshaft in it.
Okay.
So the new cylinder heads on the new center-cooled platform have larger lift valve springs in them, longer valve springs which allow for more lift. I think we can actually go up to the 538.
Okay.
But we think the 508 is going to be a killer grind in this 117. Cylinder head's been redesigned a little bit. We've got more squish area in it. The intake manifold's been raised, and you know we're kind of excited to see what we get.
My goal is that by the end of this vlog, we have it on the dyno and we see numbers. We're gonna spend today, and if it rolls into tomorrow, getting this bike ready, and Alan has already promised us that he's gonna come pick this bike up.
Uncle Alan spent this past weekend in training, and so he's excited to tear into this thing. He's been working on our VVT model tuning it. We're excited to see what we get here.
Was this cam developed for the new?
It was not. The 508 grind cam that we're going to put in this is actually what we've kind of been basing a couple of our recent camshafts off of. It's actually one of the original grinds that came from the Feuling 4-valve heads from the Evolution days.
Right.
And it's got a killer sound to it, so it's got good low fed and idle, and it's got a good wide power band. We're not really looking for peak horsepower out of this, but what we're looking for is a good torque curve that's going to come up right away, and then it's going to, you know, build up the, you know, the horsepower a little bit farther down the RPM range.
I'm excited. When he said torque curve that comes up right away, it reminded me of the last vlog.
Did you tell them what happened when we did the last vlog? So we were up at Uncle Alan's. We dynoed this, but we also dynoed his bike.
Torque curve was pretty nice.
One other thing, boys, is that we bought all black components to black the engine out.
hardware.
And we got the boys over at Bamco this whole black ARP engine kit with red components. So all that'll be blacked out other than the fins, and we're swapping the pipe out. Let us see you do a dip real quick.
I got you, dude.
Get a little finger pinch. There's a whole new exhaust system in this box. You guys will see it in a little bit. I guess I'll just sit here with my hands in my pocket.
Yeah, I'll be upstairs, guys. Let me know when it's ready.
So when you come to Thrashin, you have to bring your own solvent too, if you want clean parts.
Juan, it already looks better without the chrome exhaust.
I thought I had this dialed yesterday, and
What
we
happened?
put the liquid in it. We could still use it, but the pump is not
That's right.
happy.
I don't know, we came up here to work on a motorcycle, and Juan Dog is busy rebuilding the parts washer.
It did work last night. It must have. I'm trying to get this pump going so we could.
Who's smoking cigars over here and dumping
What
the...
is that? No, that's freaking Loctite, bro.
I was just
Probably
working
this
on
one
that because we need to really go back down because it's kind of locked. Well, if you come film over here, you can see the center nut thing right in here. These are pretty...
Oh, it's spinning.
They're prone...
So that right there is spinning, you're saying?
Yeah, and it gets... Because I don't think the material of the nut is the highest quality, and they gall up. No issue with these. Are we talking about issues or no? Can I have that little ratchet that you had?
3 more bolts that are kind of being a pain in the butt, and Tony then goes, oh, I have the actual Harley wrench in my bike that makes it really easy to take these off.
Oh gosh. We were battling. No, we were battling the back one.
I got it. Yeah, the back one's tight.
What's the problem with the anode?
What'd you bring?
Just an extended reach for a little bit. When they're a little tight and they're getting a little galled up, trying to pull them out, this helps with the extra leverage.
Yeah, Tony didn't hit the gym like you did this morning.
Look at that, dude. One-handed.
Dude, dialed.
Wow. You're making yourself
Covers.
useful?
Yeah, dude. After I failed on the cleaner over
Parts
there.
cleaner?
Parts cleaner. What do we got, dude? I need to keep the gasket because we're reusing this.
Since this bike is not a VVT, could we ultimately remove this setup and put like the old school cover on it?
I don't think so because it has a sensor, right? The sensor is that I
Where's
just
the
unplugged
sensor
it.
at?
I just unplugged it. It's over there.
Well, like if you unplugged it and rode without it.
Probably throw a check engine light, at least unless it's a dummy probe.
Yeah.
I would imagine they gotta be grabbing some kind of cam timing.
Wait, but you never fixed the tank, dude.
Dude, it's fine. It's still got fresh liquid.
I'm just labeling these just to make sure if anybody were to pick one up, it doesn't get mixed up.
What would be the issue if it got mixed up? Why?
It wouldn't necessarily be an issue, but we try and keep the same wear pattern with the same mounting surfaces.
What do we got, dude?
Milwaukee 8?
My bike's quiet. It idles real good.
What are you pointing out?
Some wear here. You see that wear? So we're
Yeah.
gonna shim it. They brought us a shim kit for this. I don't know if you guys remember when we did it on my bike. It made it run so much quieter, like engine noise, right?
Yeah.
Wise. Like my exhaust is loud.
Put the push rods out and the tubes and the covers.
Are we reusing these stock push rods?
No.
Okay.
And I gave.
I was able to split so much traffic that I stopped and grabbed coffee.
Juan made coffee for all the boys. I go up into the office and Tony was sitting there. He was the only one without a coffee. Either he doesn't like coffee or Juan straight burned him.
You eat the wrong burger.
That's you. Yeah, he ate Austin's burger. He's the only one that ordered the random Santa Barbara char. And then he ate Austin's burger.
handed
And
it to
Austin
me?
was so
Who
bummed
handed
out.
it?
He's like, I'm not gonna eat lunch. And he's like, if I wanted that burger, I would have ordered that burger.
Austin, like that, dude. If you're watching this, somebody handed me your burger and I just ate it. I was hungry, man.
So this thing is not notched. So to pick up a timing, it can't necessarily pick up time.
Yes,
because it's not
it needs to be
notched.
clogged.
Yeah.
Explain it to me like I'm in kindergarten.
So for this thing to properly pick up a timing, it has to be timed to the camshaft, and this thing does not have any kind of index to stay in place when you torque it. So when I loosened it, I noticed the thing was actually spinning with the bolt, which means it's not indexed, and so this thing does not do any kind of pickup.
Part of the high performance VVT models, they're getting rid of the VVT and going to this standard setup. So you see the oil draining out right here? So that's coming out of the side of the crankshaft. That's what feeds the connecting rod bearing.
Measure the run out on this? Yeah, right, of course.
I bet you it's under 4.
I mean, it's only got 2,000 miles, right?
Yeah, but you get the way you guys ride.
I'm saying 5.
I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. Honestly, we've taken it the easiest on this
Yeah.
bike. It's only done burnouts and a couple of dyno pulls and a couple of drag races without the engine broken.
Cole was trying to wheelie it when he realized he could
All right,
readjust
there you
it.
go. All right, I think 5 to 6 now. Actually.
I'm gonna cross my fingers and say it's between 4 and 5. So we just laid out all this hardware.
These should probably get rinsed,
Okay.
like maybe with some Simple Green or something, just rinsed and blown off. To be honest, they should get dunked in the solvent tank and just kind of hit that with some Scotch-Brite just to clean off the residue.
You got it, boss.
So I think we're about halfway there, right, Tony? Because we're taking it out, then we just start putting it back in.
We're about a quarter way because assembly takes longer than taking it apart. So A little bit of wear there, but it looks okay.
The new cam, Feuling 134, some part numbers. Those are the stock wheels, just powder coated, but how much better do they look?
Those are dope.
Yeah. All right, so here is the cam that we're putting on, and here is what we took off. You can see the width of that versus the size width of this. Luke, tell us what the biggest difference of that is.
What you see is really the duration, so it's really how long the valves are held open. You see
Okay.
that width like that. So we got a little bit taller lift camshaft on this, but the biggest difference is going to be in that duration and then the time of the opening and closing.
Performance upgrades, black covers and black components we're adding. Fueling lifters, cam plate, oil pump. Removing chrome. Nice. Lifter blocks off, and then the lower rocker covers off. That'll be black. These will be black. They weren't black before. What's for lunch?
Dealer's choice, something close. I gotta get the kid after school, so.
It's all black ARP.
You really thought this one out, huh?
Yeah, and then we ordered all these black covers because the engine had all chrome, so like lifter blocks would be
Attention
black.
in the details.
Yeah.
I'll say 3.
We drag raced it before it was broken in.
Here's your tool for this chaser.
Yeah, that's
Didn't look too bad.
Oh,
Not
was
bad.
it 3.5? But see, minus 3.5, 4, and
It
then
goes back a
and then
little bit, but you can adjust it again.
2,000 out of bearing flex. So,
Oh.
so now we're sitting right around 5.5.
5.5. Dude, this thing's tired.
Oh boy. I guess who was the closest? Was that you, Juan?
I think I said 5 to 6.
Yeah, I said 4 to 5. Someone want to ride Cole's Dyna? Luke, is that what you want to ride? Imagine Cole took his key. I love my Dyna. Tried and true. Dude, what's up with your forks, bro?
All right, dude. Quit beating up my bike. They're straight. Hey, budget build, brother. Hey, fire right up now.
Hey, what do we figure out for lunch, boys?
I thought you chose a spot already.
No, I'm not. I can't choose a spot because I got so beat up from Tito's. All right, we're going there, dude. Corona Grill, it's nice, easy.
What up instead? Gonna hold this one out.
Jake said if I could start it, I could have it.
Juan's leading the pack and he's taking him the harder way to get there. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of wanted to go for a little ride. So after lunch, let's take the loop.
I don't have time for all that. We're eating and then I'm on my way. You guys can do whatever after.
Does Cole not like a rear brake or what?
Why is there no rear brake on it?
I know. I took it off.
I didn't realize it until I got up to the side.
It's at my desk.
Hey, ride my bike, would you?
It's mid to late December right now.
It's hot.
In California, it's t-shirt weather.
Yeah, 75 today.
You don't safety wire those? The sprocket? I'm thirsty. I'm eyeing the tamarito, Jarritos Tamarindo, like little soda pop. And I'm probably gonna do like the, I don't know, the 3 or the 2 meat. What do they have? Chicken and steak?
The Corona Special, bro.
I might run that one back, dude.
Chicken tri-tip plates.
Can I get the Jarritos Tamarindo? Tri-tip burrito?
I'm gonna do a chicken burrito, please. With everything, please. Whatever these guys want.
To go ahead and get
There, that was where they did that, just to relieve the pressure.
This is muscle that's gone.
Yeah, so that,
Chicken burrito right here.
I'd say we could have the thing buttoned up in 2.5 hours.
Roll that ST off and pull your Dyna on. And some of us start taking apart your Dyna so we can cam your Dyna. So this is the last ride on your bike with the stock cam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Look, she just walked out. She's like, I got you a coffee.
What?
Whoa,
I'm
dude.
jelly,
How you
dude.
feeling about
How'd
that?
you get that?
Dust some, bro.
What?
Look,
They just 3D print the stencil or what, dude?
pretty good too. All right, we're taking you guys on a little loop so we can get a little ride in. We should probably put some brakes on it so you can enjoy the ride. Let's just go ride it back and he'll hop on your bagger. You're not gonna loop it with us?
Well, I'm gonna go down there and then I'm gonna hang a right when you guys go hit the shop.
All right, yeah.
Boys, be safe.
All right, homie.
Good to see you. Thank you for lunch.
If you want to feel the NOS, there's NOS on it too. But we gotta open the bottle and you gotta hit the horn. You wanna do it?
Yeah.
Luke's gonna try the bike with NOS. 1, 2, 3. Hey, go, we need the tank to heat up, dude. It's
Fine. Yeah. All right, it's on right now. $3,000 when you're full throttle, just hit the horn button. Start in second gear though. Do a second roll.
all right, you guys go line up and then rip by us.
You want us to go this way?
Yeah. All right, so Luke at this moment has no idea what the bike dynoed at. Dude, Tony's 107 versus your 107. Both are cammed, so really they're comparable bikes. But Luke's gonna have the NOS button at $3,000.
Honestly, my tires smoke. It just spins the tires so easy. That's gonna be a good race.
Here they come. That was pretty even.
Yeah.
That was too even. And now Luke's asking, are you sure this thing's turned on? They sound good. Luke might have had them a little bit, but that could also just been on the jump.
He said it spun the tire in $4,000.
Why don't you put a fresh tire in this thing?
Are you Cole's supposed to get me one? I've said every time he's like, hey, anybody need tires? Like, yes, my bagger needs tires. I've never.
They're hauling ass.
That was gnarly.
Professional riders on close course.
Yep. Any car you see is a bogey. We pay them. We pay them to be out there.
Felt it coming back this way. It spun the tire pretty good at like $4,000, 4,500. This short pass like we were going was almost faster without it because it didn't spin the tire.
Yeah, it needs a new tire.
But I
Above,
don't know, I'm
like,
not used to, riding it either though, so.
No, dude, it's peeling. What are you trying to do? You send him out with no brakes, then you send him out on a bike that he's starting to see cords on it.
My bike has no love, dude. What's up?
Hey, your bike's about to get love. We're gonna take the Dyna back, and we're gonna rip open the cam chest. Are you gonna also run the new cam chest with the bald tire?
My Dyna doesn't have a bald tire.
I mean, definitely, it spun the tire quite good at 4,500.
I saw the point where you started to pull. I could tell. I was like, oh, that's kicking in.
You just said that you only tapped the horn.
Yeah,
You
I wasn't holding the button down.
Okay, so
You want me to ride? Let me ride it.
Yeah, all right. Juan's gonna ride it. It's programmed to where you just have to hold it. Like as long as you hold it, it sprays. But as soon as you let off, it stops spraying. But you were just giving it like a.
Let me do the race. I just want to see what
All
it
right,
is.
Juan wants to make sure he smokes this 107.
There's not going to be any tire left if he's going to hold it down.
All right, here they come. That time Juan smoked them.
Yeah.
Now did Juan cheat the run, the start?
No chance. I think I got him.
How was the start? Was it a fair start, Tony?
You even gave me a little bit.
The NOS does quite a bit of work.
You pulled hard. I could just tell right when you just start pulling. There was nothing I could do.
Yeah, you guys will see why when we show you the vlog.
What was wild too is that when we ran it on the dyno and we dynoed it with the NOS, and it actually still had a good air fuel ratio. It wasn't too bad.
It's a wet shot, so it does nitrous and fuel.
The Dyna in the shop, we're gonna let it cool down.
Oh yeah.
When we drag raced at the actual drag race strip, my cammed 117 versus this NOS 107 with cam, I launched him, but about halfway down, I could hear him catching me. But he didn't tell me he put NOS in it. They told me after like 3 races, look what we did. How's it going, guys?
See you guys every Tuesday. So we have
Well, now you get to see us in person on Tuesday. How's it going? I'm Lance.
Hey, Tim, how are you?
Nice to meet you,
Came
Tim.
all the way from Florida.
How's it going? Appreciate you guys making this a stop on your road trip and your tour through California. Throw that in your garage or whoever.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah,
My
thanks,
hands are
Nancy.
dirty. Cleaning my engine, my bike's about to get some love. So before we tear into it, I want to get all the dirt off of it. I haven't washed it since it came back from Sturgis.
No
so,
way.
Yeah.
Had the Bowflex bench and like the weights. We took these off. Luke has already installed one of these in black. Okay. Fresh bearing installed. See?
Tank, with the crossover. So depending on if you want to pull the tank or if you want to just lift it. If you lift it, we'll have to position the push rods a certain way to get them out through the bottom. Okay.
I don't want us to struggle.
There you go.
Hey,
All
big
right.
dog, thanks,
dry
bro.
cab.
I take back all the
Thank you,
all the
sir.
crap I talked about you.
You and the boys, you got your coffee?
Yeah, thank you.
Nice. And you finally got
I
it.
finally got mine today.
Nice.
Instead of doing that here, what we'll do is we'll build a crate engine down at our shop.
Yeah.
You give us whatever cylinders the program. We'll build a crate engine. You let me know what you guys want to do as far as crankshaft wise, and then
And-
we'll just come and do a swap.
And we're talking about doing a engine swap on the what's that
Spark
thing
Glide.
called?
Spark Glide.
We send you the one,
Just keep that the way it is right now.
and then do we send you the 128 that we get?
Yeah, and then we'll just build a crate engine, and then we'll bring the whole thing.
All right,
Sounds
just
pretty good to me. Not only are we in the middle of the 2024 bike, but we're opened up the twin cam, but then we've got a third project we're trying to
I had a question because we're talking about Cole's Sport Glide, but we're probably just gonna do a big bore like kit. We're trying to maybe not dig into the split the cases. We don't know yet. But if you just want to do like top end Screaming Eagle kit, the pistons, jugs, and the head, how many hours of work can you expect from a shop?
Typically, it's going to be somewhere anywhere 10 to 12 hours.
We could delete the 10 to 12 hours. He's just gonna drive up here with
Yeah.
a new engine.
I'm just saying, like, if you're sitting and watching this at home, if you want to do it on your bike, so the kit's about $3,500
Yeah.
from Harley, probably another $2,000, so in it about $5.
It's almost not worth. Like at that point, you almost might as well just
Spend
buy,
2 more.
get a brand new 131.
I don't know. I'm just like, these are the things that like you're considering when, like, should you go get the whole new motor that's done, or do you do kit yourself? But also, if you do it yourself, you save a couple grand. Okay, dude, I'm excited. I've seen those parts they've been sitting. They're not there anymore, but they were there for a year. And every time I would wash my hands or walk that way, I would see it like, I want to do it on my bike so
So you're
bad.
saying that this morning when you woke up, you had no
I
idea?
had no idea we were gonna do this, and I'm super grateful and I'm super excited. Finally disconnecting a little treat from my Sturgis trip. My hose for the mister, dude, it's still there.
There's some
If you want to do that first.
magic going on over here. What do you got going? What magic you got?
We're working on Milwaukee 8, and then we're working on a twin cam.
I like that.
He wants to work on an oil gauge now on your Dyna. Cam plate, tensioners, set of camshafts.
I mean, look at how many fueling boxes we have up there.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, look at that, dude. That's
So let's
really
take the
proper.
breathers off.
Okay.
There you go.
Dude, dude, what? I thought I've seen this before.
Grab those O-rings.
What the heck, dude? How do we out of the shrapnel of...
I remember, like, that looks familiar.
It could have been from like when we did the 120 or something like.
So these first, put those out of the way.
I think the run out on this bike is going to be pretty bad for a couple of reasons. One, it's got over 20,000 miles, but this was a development bike for Vance and Hines. So what that means is it's been in the dyno for countless hours. They did like durability tests, they did torture tests. Like even though when I got it, it had really low mileage, I knew it was pretty beat. Like I've been in that dyno, the headers are glowing red, simulating like crawl or like going uphill really steep, like the bike fully loaded.
Yeah.
Again, we would durability test stuff with it. So they were really rough and abusive miles. So it's gonna be interesting to see what it does.
Uh-oh.
Mine's ready to come off. My oil's a little black.
Dude. Why don't you give your bikes any love, bro?
Honestly, I'm like embarrassed right now. Luke's bikes are all dialed. He gets here, my bike, no tires.
It's 4 o'clock. We're gonna watch the vlog. You guys are fist deep in this thing.
Somebody's got to work.
You guys go ahead. I'll keep working on this thing. I'll have this thing done.
All right. Well, we'll at least call you over when it's dyno time with the nitrous.
Yes.
Vlog's going live. We got the whole crew. We finally got Tony out. Everyone's hanging out because it's time to watch the bike. Yeah. So this pulled hard.
Everyone, back to working on my bike, please.
All right, what did we get to, Tony, while we were over there enjoying the show?
You see the rear rocker cover, you can see the little dress up.
Ooh, look at that.
Dude, that looks sick.
Yeah, looking real nice.
Dude, this looks so much nicer here.
So black, 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 black. All this was all chrome when we started. Luke, Tony, what do you guys think? The 25 horsepower, the 160 torque?
That was impressive.
That was impressive.
Pretty cool, right?
The distance that he gained on me, it makes sense now.
We're gonna start putting all the hardware on the transmission and stuff like that. So the exhaust is gonna require like the bracket change. I'm excited, the thing's looking good.
Yeah. You got it, dude.
Here it is. Look at it, dude. That's sick. Look at that.
Dude.
Sexy.
Look at that. Dude. 3-step header pipe. I see a really nice merge collector here.
I can't even get it apart, bro.
Anti-reversion chamber up top, so it's 1 3/4 out of the head, into the AR chamber, and then 1 7/8 out. Step 2 inch right here.
Yep, we got that step
And
there.
then, you know, one thing we played heavily with is this exit size. So we did 2 3/4 out of the merge collector. It made a big difference, especially on the bigger cubic inch engines.
Sick.
Dude, that looks freaking sick.
Cool thing is that it has the dog balls, which is the same baffles that are in our Softail systems, as well as our OGs and the Dyna system. So Feuling and Thrashin use a lot of the same fueling patents in our exhaust systems. Luke put it into these bagger systems, and with all of their race tuning that they've been doing with their bagger racing league and producing insane horsepower numbers with NA motors, they figured out with what OEM motors were, and like you said, the 3-step, the baffles that we've proven performance. So it's sick to have basically a very similar system to what we run on all our Softails now on the bagger. The Reapers, bro. You can tell it's similar to what we're doing. It just looks a little fatter right here.
Yeah, so basically it changes how long it stays open and how much it opens.
They didn't bring a crank run out tool.
We're now gonna put this back to stock regardless, so it doesn't matter.
So we're not even checking crank
I'm
run
not
out.
gonna check that right now.
Checking the run out with my finger. Think we're good, dude.
We're dialed.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you can look at the wear pattern here and you can tell that's some good run out on this thing. Like Juan said, what are you gonna do? We're not gonna do it now or what?
It'd just be nice to know what it
Yeah,
is,
we
so that
really
way,
need to-
Yeah,
even if it's 13 and we put it together, we just see how long the engine lasts.
I'd rather not know the diagnosis. It's like 4. 5. Oh, that's
5.
perfect,
Not
dude.
bad, kid.
I mean, it's really not an super accurate measurement because it's right on the edge of the pinion shaft. You know, we need to feed the beast here. You know, The boys have been slaving away all day while the
Yep.
Thrashin guy has been running around.
Oh, come on, dude. Don't throw us in like
No, I'm not
that.
throwing it. Anyways, I think we really need to get some food in us, but we need to kind of calculate Uncle Alan's. I think gonna be here around 9:30, 10-ish. You know, it'd be nice to have this thing, you know, ready to rock and roll.
Just doing the extra credit stuff. He's putting all the black hardware in, making it look sexy. All is black now. That's all black now. All the hardware is black, ARP.
You good over there, brother?
Things must have 10 gallons in it.
You gonna hook up that vent line, or are you gonna do that later?
Is that the final bolt? Jeez, dude. Rock solid. Looks good. So good.
Let's wipe the oil so we don't roll over it. And
Yeah. All right, so this bike's done. Is it ready for startup?
so my bike fully disassembled. Actually, we need to remove these, but we're stopping here tonight. We're just gonna drain the pan, let it drain overnight, and then tomorrow start assembling.
Slap it
But we
together.
cleaned a lot of the stuff off already.
If we really want to check his run out, I can get the run out tool here tomorrow morning. Tony's doing the honors.
Yeah, Tony
Come on,
did all the
Tony.
work.
Let's go.
Fire this thing up, dude.
Start up, the engine's already quieter. Exhaust
It's louder.
is beefier.
Yeah, dude, it sounds so good.
How many of these bikes do you know have been cammed other than like your guys?
Not very many.
The valve train noise has dropped like immensely.
That was just like a little 10%.
Sounds good. All right, guys, we decided to close out this vlog. It was a long day yesterday, and we did way more than we anticipated between the boys racing the 107, getting the cam job done on this bike, and then just randomly deciding to crack open this bike. We did a lot. Look who's back.
I'm wiped out, dude. Yesterday was a long day. Did a lot of work on the bike. Happy it's over.
Sorry, we don't have the dyno numbers for this bike, but I promise you guys, Alan is coming to pick this thing up, and we will have dyno numbers for you on the next episode, or at least that's the plan, and maybe even some numbers on this bike. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you to Luke, Tony, Duper for hanging out on this episode and helping us get the cams done. And one other thing that I thought was interesting before we shut down this episode was how they were like kind of giddy and excited to hear what this cam does on the dyno. Because you guys were like saying like 2024 models are still kind of, there's not a lot of information out there on them.
Yeah, it's the new. Everybody's still trying to sort through it, so we're excited.
This next episode with this bike on the dyno is gonna be sick. Thank you guys for hanging out.
See you later.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something. Yeah, I thought you guys are hanging out, and then you're like, I'll catch you on the next one or something.
All right, guys, we'll see you guys on the next one.
See you later.
Down the road.
Why don't we send, what's up?